this outfit has.
Scott Wedman is starting at a forward position. Kevin McHale will be playing, we're told, later on. Our officials are Jack Madden and Ed Middleton. The Knicks lead the league dubiously in some departments. 46% shooting from the floor is one of them. 67% from the foul line, and the lowest free throw attempts in the league, another. Only 39 rebounds a game, another one of their not so outstanding statistics. Larry Bird, now Dennis Johnson. The Celtics working around pretty good. Don't get anything, but Wedman has the offensive board. DJ again, 16-footer. No. The rebound to Louis Orr.
They start off trapping the ball early, so it's not just Bird, because they laid the double team pressure on Johnson as well. They're going to be aggressive defensively.
Nice up fake by Gerald Wilkins, the younger brother of Dominique, who they've finally been able to move into the backcourt, which they wanted to do all along. Didn't get the shot, so we have played just about a minute here at Madison Square Garden with neither team scoring. They tried to use the pick and roll that time, but Ewing stayed with Robert Parrish, and the ball is out of bounds off Parrish. The Celtics turn it over, and the Knicks will bring it back down. Neither team has scored. We've played a minute in New York.
The Knicks are creating 20-point-something turnovers a game, primarily with their defensive pressure, so you've got to stay alert. As we said, you don't want to turn that ball over that often against these guys, because if you fall behind with the controlled tempo, it's tough to catch up.
Celtics' third trip down the floor. They have yet to hit. Johnson now Bird. That's Orr on him. He's only 6'7". Nice pass low to Dennis Johnson, but good strong defense being played on him by Wilkins. The up fake, we're going to a 3-second violation called on the Celtics, their second turnover of the ball game. Now we've played a minute and a half and neither team has scored. This is Rory Sparrow with Danny Ainge guarding him, and now Wilkins, and they work it to Louis Orr. Ewing setting up shop low. Parrish is playing in behind him. Sparrow again throws it away, intended for Patrick Ewing.
Okay, the first shutout of the season, folks.
Both sides.
Here. Yes.
Bird for the Celtics. Larry up to 25 a game and 10 rebounds. Kicks it back out to Dennis Johnson. The Celtics trying to be patient. Now DJ takes it all the way and does not get it. Rebound to Thornton. Well, we've played 2 minutes and neither team has scored. Sparrow the other way. Rebound the Celtics again. Dennis Johnson. How long can this continue? No longer. 2-0 Celtics on the Robert Parrish in-your-face job.
Oh, Robert running the floor so well in the last month or so. He's beaten just about every big man that he's gone against down floor for 2 or 3 hoops a game.
Nice move again on the hoop, and the missed shot by Gerald Wilkins. Scott Wedman the other way for the Celtics, leading 2-0. 9.5 minutes left in the first quarter. DJ Bird along the baseline, went out of bounds with it, says Ed Middleton, and it'll be New York ball.
Celtics very casual offensively in the early going and not really digging in defensively. As we said, if you want to increase tempo, you've got to go out and chase that ball and trap it the way the Knicks are doing. That's what'll take them out of their control posture.
Baseline turnaround goes for Patrick Ewing, and it's 2-2. It took the Knicks 3 minutes to score.
Now we know why they're only averaging 98 points a game.
Three-pointer, in and out for Bird. Indeed. Sparrow the rebound. Louis Orr takes it in. Reverse layup, no. Bob Thornton the rebound, and the Knicks lead 4-2. Celtics playing very casually so far.
Celtics not into the game at this point. And as I said a moment ago, you fall behind this club, 8 or 10 points. As I say, they're going to hold it on you. Not easy to make it up.
Nice defensive play by Ewing, tipping the ball away from Robert Parrish. The Knicks starting 3 rookies, Ewing, Thornton, and Wilkins. On the baseline, whistle, and a foul on Rory Sparrow. And that will be the first team foul on the Knicks. First foul called in the game.
I think this outfit also leads the league in fouls committed. So
well, they lead in every other bad category.
UB really doesn't differentiate between the bodies. If he's got Ainge from outside, if he's got 11 guys in uniform, I mean, he's going to pick up 55 or 60 fouls, and he doesn't care whether he fouls anyone out as long as they work defensively the way he wants them to.
4-4 game, or off balance, rebound Bird. Larry has really been a rebounding dynamo the last few weeks. Parrish is tall, Danny, but it's not that tall. For about a 9-foot pass to the Chief, and he goes out of bounds with it.
Pass led him out of bounds, literally. You've got to lead the man to the basket if you have a preference.
4 turnovers now for the Celtics.
I think that's what Danny would have preferred.
We have played 4 minutes plus in this game, and we've had only 4 baskets. Wedman with a steal, 3-on-1. Ainge on the wing, lays it in.
Good job by Scott Wedman triggering that steal. Orr showed him the ball. Scott with the good hands, and then made the nice pass to Danny.
Pretty good matchup for Wedman. Orr is only 6'7", the same size as Scott, and he's not nearly as strong.
Yeah, can't overpower him inside. There's a nice play, but Thornton blows the layup.
Bird picks it up. Dennis Johnson. Again, the Celtics running the floor well, have 4 people down. Ainge is one of them. He feels it. He's got it. 3 for 3 for Danny Ainge.
Well, hopefully, folks, if you've been watching Danny, he's been struggling offensively. Maybe he's finding it here in the Big Apple.
3 hoops in a row. 7:04 left, first quarter, and the Celtics have gone from a 4-2 deficit to an 8-4 lead. Denise's baby decides to arrive in the hospital elevator. Watch Benson and the governor give the stork a helping hand on Benson tomorrow night at 7. And at 7:30, Louie and Emily reunite on Taxi on Channel 56. Celtics leading 8-4, 3 unanswered hoops. Sparrow, now Thornton for the Knicks. Celtics have hit 4 out of 8 for 50% in the game. Ewing low, loses it. The Knicks are 2 of 9 for 22%, and now
Jack Madden from 35 feet away takes the call away from Ed Middleton, who's right on top of the play.
Interesting. Thornton loses it again. Bird goes to the deck. Jump ball.
No surprise to this veteran observer.
Yes, indeed. This program is authorized under telecasting rights granted by the Boston Celtics solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or the use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Boston Celtics and WLVI-TV is prohibited. Celtics control the ball, but it's picked up by the Knicks as Wilkins got it off the hand of Dennis Johnson. Now Sparrow for New York. Louis Orr picks up Parrish in the switch. Doesn't get anything out of it. And we have a whistle and a foul. No, traveling.
Middleton is determined to get us the ball one way or the other.
He should have had it the last time, so I guess he felt obligated.
Knicks, I think, have outplayed the Celtics, frankly, in the first 6 minutes here, but they're behind.
In terms of what? Well,
in terms of defensively and just all-around hustle. As we said, Celtics have been careless offensively and really haven't dug in defensively, but they're ahead, and therein lies the problems for the Knicks. Barrow hits them out, but they simply can't shoot the basketball. You know, they're the weakest shooting team in the league, score the fewest number of points. So they get, you know, they execute, but they just don't finish the drill, like put the ball in the basket.
Ewing slapping it away. Dennis Johnson picking it up. It's down to 7 on the shot clock. Robert turnaround, rainbow, no. Thornton the rebound. Sparrow in the middle of a break looking ahead for Ewing, but takes it coast to coast, does not hit, and his foul is called on the Celtics. Foul is on Danny Ainge.
Oh, Sparrow, good working man's point guard, I think. He's really developed into a very stable player. That time he took it down quickly, so despite, you know, UB's wanting him to control the tempo, he knows when to take it in there quickly when he has to. I think he's done a good job for these guys.
He gets 1 out of the 2 free throws. The tip by Orr doesn't go. Parrish has the rebound, and the Celtics still lead 8-7 with 5:40 left. Now the Knicks start to trap on the ball. It comes up court to Bird, quickly to Wedman. They're looking for the open man. Wedman takes it in the middle for 2.
Well, if you were paying attention in the pregame, folks, you heard us say that they like to go 1-3-1 full court after a made free throw. That's what you saw. Casey said he wanted the ball down the sideline into the corners to a shooter, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Now, Patrick Ewing with a thundering follow-up. Patrick is just an awesome young talent. Certainly hope his knee problems are nothing serious, because he must be as good as they've come in this game at that position.
I'll tell you, if old Cartwright can get back into it, and of course Bernard King next year, they're going to get competitive in a hurry.
Dennis Johnson gives the Celtics a 3-point lead again at 12-9 with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Sparrow looking low for Ewing, sets up shop. Sparrow again, baseline. Not this time, and Dennis Johnson ahead to Danny Ainge alone. Waits, lays it in. Was waiting to draw the foul. Did not draw it as he went reverse on Gerald Wilkins. 14-9 Celtics
good
leading.
Poised move by Danny there. He was a little off balance when he caught the pass. He watched the defense run by and then just nicely took it across the basket, laid it up with his left.
Celtics with 10 fast breaks in this game as the Knicks have taken a 22nd timeout. 10 fast break points off 7 fast breaks. The Knicks 3 points off of 3. Here's Dennis Johnson to Danny Ainge on this break.
Yeah, see, that's what'll develop, Gilbert, when you're a poor shooting team and when you don't have a legitimate inside threat other than Patrick, is you become relegated to jump shots, and when you miss a few jump shots, as they've been doing, this triggers the opponent's fast break. So this is what the Celtics have been able to do so far.
Here are some of the things we were talking about. Look at how low they are in rebounds. 6 below the Celtics. Free throw shooting percentage worst in the league. Field goal percentage worst in the league. Point differential, they're -4, and the Celtics are at +8.
99 points a game, lowest in the league. So yeah, these guys have got a little rebuilding to do.
Some problems.
But I'll tell you, UB Brown hangs in. You know, he was out here before the game, 6 o'clock, putting them through the drills. He doesn't let them put their tail between their legs, and that'll work in his favor next year.
Ainge for the Celtics. Now Bird. Wedman. Larry is yet to score in this game. Wedman's second hoop. The Celtics have their biggest lead, 7 points, 16-9. They have run 6 in a row on New York. Second time they've done it, 3 straight hoops. Louis Orr with 3:45 left first quarter. Celtics 16-9 lead. Wilkins and now Orr baseline. Usually his shot. It is this time as well. The former Syracuse star with a nice soft jump shot.
Good ball movement by the Knicks that time. Wedman, a very tough matchup for Thornton, by the way. Big, raw bone 6'10" kid. The way Scott moves without the ball and uses those picks, boy, you've got to have a little more speed and quickness.
That's got to be goaltending. It is on Patrick Ewing. Bird just took New York's Louis Orr to school on that one. Watch this.
Lefty. I think he's shooting more with his left than with his right lately.
First points of the game for Larry Bird. Celtics have hit their last 5 straight shots. And a whistle and a foul on the Celtics. Going to be called loose ball foul on whom? On Robert Parrish. For the Celtics, Bill Walton will check into the ball game, and he replaces the Chief. Parrish goes out, and Walton is in for the Celtics. Darrell Walker is in for New York. Walker is in, replacing Rory Sparrow.
Walker, a ball stealer, good defensive player, fine penetrator. Doesn't shoot it too well from outside, and he doesn't get along with his coach. Thornton with a power move.
That came off the missed shot by James Bailey, who also just checked in, replacing Patrick Ewing. 18-13, Celtics by 5. 2:50 left here in the first quarter of play. Dennis Johnson has Gerald Wilkins on him.
Old Thornton may give up a little speed to Scott Wedman defensively, but boy, he doesn't give anything up under those boards. He is a big, strong kid.
Timeout on the floor taken by the Celtics with 2:41 left. First quarter, Celtics still on top by 5, 18-13. Back at Madison Square Garden in New York City, Celtics are on top 18-13 over the Knicks. Coming out on the floor for the Celtics will be Ainge, Johnson, Walton, Bird, and Wedman. For New York, Bailey, Orr, Thornton, Tucker, and Walker. So it's a new backcourt. Trent Tucker and Darrell Walker. Trent Tucker, a ball hawker, 97 steals coming into this ball game. Trent Tucker's a 3-point shooter, averaging 10 points a ball game, but from 3-point range, the guy is 46%, 35 out of 75. So you got to watch him from 3-point areas. DJ, now Bird, looking for Walton low, cross court, baseline Wedman. Again, the Celtics getting it, swinging it around to that open man very well.
They're taking advantage. That time they didn't swing it. They just threw the long cross pass. Normally you don't want to make that pass, but when it's in Bird's hands, you just let him throw whatever pass he would like to throw.
Celtics have hit their last 6 shots. Thornton inside on Bird, banks it home. 20-15.
Wasn't pretty, folks, but effective. Thornton just threw his body in and overpowered Bird.
2 minutes left first quarter. Celtics lead is 5. Walton, nice to Bird. No basket, but he was fouled. Nice pass by Bill Walton.
See, you see Magic Johnson and Jabbar run that a lot of Worthy. Just a simple little give and go. The guy throws it in. Momentarily, his defensive man relaxes. So a quick cut after you pass it in. And if you've got a passer like Walton or Jabbar, here's Kevin making his, what has it been, 14 games?
He's
15 games?
Played in only one of the last 15. Hasn't played since February 4th.
Well, this ought to be a good test. We know he tested it in practice yesterday and came out okay. But let me tell you, you can't possibly test an injury in practice the way you can in a ball game. So it'll be interesting to see how he comes out of tonight's game.
Walton, strong move to the hoop on Ken Bannister, and the Celtics lead 22-15. Ernie Grunfeld is also in for the Knicks, so they've got 5 new people out there from the 5 that started. Walker, Tucker, Grunfeld, Bannister, and James Bailey. This is Grunfeld. Now Ken Bannister to James Bailey, who throws up a brick from a foot away.
A little over anxious there in terms of getting it off. Wow.
Ainge looking for McHale. He tries to give it back to Ainge on the cut, but New York defensed it well. Walker, now Bannister took some little itty bitty steps. Bird tipping the ball to Dennis Johnson. Celtics are 3-on-3. It is McHale trying to sail in.
Wow.
Bailey tipped it away.
We told you Walker's tough defensively. Here's Bannister.
22-17. Celtics lead is cut back to 5 with 44 seconds left first quarter.
That time Bannister finished it off because he got the ball just in time to lay it up. The time before they gave it to it too soon, forced the big guy to make the play himself, and he couldn't do it.
Darrell Walker back for the Knicks. Now Tucker. This is Bailey and Tucker again. Good outside shooter. No. Rebound Walton. Celtics with 21 seconds.
Don't take three-pointers when you got some momentum going, Mr. Tucker. That's the best way to kill that momentum. Tucker and Bird going at it. Tucker giving up about 2 or 3 inches.
But he does a good job there to deflect the ball away. Ainge picks it up, tries to get it to Bird. 2 seconds left. 2 seconds left here. It's Jerry Seestein is coming in for the Celtics. Funny thing about Tucker, Coos, is he's a better shooter from 3-point range than he is from 2-point range. He's 46% on the season, but he's 47 almost from 3-point range.
Well, except that psychologically, you know, they say when a team's got a little mo going, and I don't care how well a guy shoots it from out there, if he blows 1 or 2, it's a real downer.
Celtics will still have 2 seconds to get it in play. Ainge tries to get it in, does to McHale, misses the shot. That is the end of the first quarter. It was not a Picasso, but it matters not. At the end of 1, the Celtics still lead 22-17. Second quarter underway. Walker, Tucker, Grunfeld, Bailey, and Bannister. Sounds like a law firm for the Knicks. Seestein, Ainge, Walton outside. That is Tucker on the miss. McHale seeing his first action in nearly a month for the Celtics, and Larry Bird. Walton has Bannister on him. That's a mismatch. Bannister 6'9", versus Walton about 7-footer. Gets the ball low from Bird. Good strong work by both Bird and Walton. Bird getting him the ball and Walton getting the handle on it, then muscling up the 2 points.
Real mismatch with Grunfeld trying to guard Bird. Obviously doesn't have the speed, height, strength, ability, or anything else it takes to guard Larry Bird.
Other than that,
he should be able to do all right.
Missed shot by Bannister. He is fouled by Larry Bird and will be at the line. First quarter, Celtics shot it at 55%, 11 for 20. That foul is on McHale, not Bird, by the way. I'm sorry. The rebounding was even at 13 apiece as you look at K.C. Jones. And now you look at Ken Bannister, second-year player from St. Augustine College. Big, strong lad, 6'9", 235 pounds. Not a great foul shooter normally, 51%.
Seems they call him the animal. There seems to be a little contradiction in terms there. His hobbies are cooking, chess, and classical music.
I think they're talking about the way he plays on the court. I hope.
Okay.
I hope. Other than that, he sounds like you and I, a real refined kind of a guy.
Yeah, just gentle, compassionate, loving.
Ainge. Open man is Seestein. Even more open is Bird. Now Seesteen even more so. Yes, sirree. Boy, Seesteen been hitting that shot with consistency for the Celtics.
A little passing clinic put on there by the Celts. That's the difficulty you're going to get in when you're tapping the ball against a good passing team. Boy, they can make you work for it.
Grunfeld, the miss. Walton, the bound. Here it comes to Bird. Celtics are leading 26-18, looking for their first 10-point lead. Bird tried to get it in traffic. Got fouled by Trent Tucker. Neither team, by the way, shot a free throw in the first quarter.
Well, I told you it wasn't dominated by the D.
New York, no, New York did. They took two.
You'll be Brown and Mike Saunders, the trainer. You'll be suffering through a tough year for all the obvious reasons you're aware of. I guess the media press has been on his case. Well.
Look at that. As soon as Bird got the double team, he flipped it over his head to Walton for two. Talk about a setup.
Nicely done by Mr. Bird. Well, Walton had given him one of those a few minutes ago. He thought he'd reciprocate.
Celtics up by 10, 28-18, the biggest Boston lead of the game. We have 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Errol Walker cuts it down to 8. Lead pass to McHale. He can't hang on to it. Kevin obviously showing the rust of having missed
very much so. Very much
3 weeks of play.
Didn't get Steele on that little 12-footer to end the quarter, and that time, wow, watch out.
Intercepted by Bannister. Tucker, three-pointer. Misses the shot, and the rebound comes out deep. Grunfeld has it.
New York continues to be completely inept in aiming the basketball, but very good at hustling it back into their hands.
And if I were Walker's teammate who had just made a nice play to steal it, I might be a little upset to have him come up the other end and take a 26-foot shot.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
There's another one by Bannister. Another interception and steal by Ken Bannister. Very alert. Celtics getting sloppy with it now. 8 turnovers on Boston. New York has committed only 3.
Well, it's the second unit. Boston's letting down, and you know, even on this level, if you keep working at it and hustling, you're going to get something accomplished, and that's what the Knicks are doing.
Rebound was tipped to Larry Bird. The Celtics are 3-on-3. Seesteen to McHale. He can't hang on to it. And the Knicks come back the other way. Tucker throws it away. Lucky break for the Celtics.
That's why Tucker's not a point guard. You can't get within 6 feet of your big guy with the slower reflexes and let him have the fastball in the face. He's not going to get his hands up that fast.
Bannister goes out. He did a good job for the Knicks. Bailey goes out. Thornton and Ewing are back in. For the Celtics, Carlisle is in, replacing Danny Ainge. Celtics lead had been 10. It's now down to 6, 28-22. Parrish is back in for the Celtics, replacing McHale. Bird trying to work on Grunfeld. Whoa, runs into trouble. Offensive foul, Larry Bird.
That's a fine defensive play by that kid in the ground, Thornton. I'll tell you what, he anticipated Bird's move back to the outside. Bird moved Grunfeld into the middle when he had him overplaying in the middle. He spun back the way he does so effectively, but Thornton was waiting for him, picked up the charge, I guess. Right? Did they call a foul or a violation?
Maybe they called an offensive foul on Bird. It was offensive foul on Bird. Celtics have turned it over 10 times. Walker with it. Celtics leading 28-22. That's Grunfeld. And it's 28-24. The Celtics' once 10-point lead is shaved to 4.
Well, Grunfeld's a shooter. A little slow and not quite big enough to play whatever position he's trying to play, but he hangs tough, and he's been an effective player in this league.
Foul on Bob Thornton low on Bill Walton. For New York, their second team foul. Possession foul. Celtics will put it in play. Neither team got into the penalty in the first quarter. As a matter of fact, the Celtics have not shot a foul shot yet in this game.
Tempo just a little faster than I would think UB Brown would want it.
Wedman tried to behind the backet. Now Parrish, baseline, no. Rebound, Ewing. Grunfeld can cut it to 2. Does not. Walton the rebound. Carlisle, the Celtics are 4-on-2. Seesteen the pull-up foul line.
Seesteen got the ball centered, let the lane men fill those lanes and draw the defense away from him, and just knocked in that little 15-footer. The kid is playing very well.
Celtics now leading it by 6 again. Darrell Walker has it blocked by Bill Walton. For Bill Walton, that is the 67th block shot of the year. Wedman. Now Carlisle from Parrish. No, the rebound, Thornton.
I said a moment ago, this is a much faster pace than Newby would want. There's Tucker again. Thank God he finally hit one. Only a two-pointer, however. But I guess, you know, they shot so badly in the first quarter. I mean, they don't have an inside game, as we pointed out. If they're not shooting it all from outside, you got to get points on the board eventually. So maybe you'll be told them to speed up the tempo just a bit.
Wedman and now Walton for the Celtics. Walton goes by Thornton and muscles it up. No, Thornton the rebound. Walker for New York. Walker through the middle. Lays it in. Knicks have cut it to 2, 30-28.
That's a good job that time. Walker looked like a point guard on that one. He faked the defense off. He had the right lane open. Defense had to respect the fake, and that he held on to the ball and then took it on in himself.
Parrish is doubled up, bothered by the double team, and throws the ball away. That's into the backcourt violation. Celtics have not been getting the ball inside, Goose. Their guards, Seasteen and Ainge, have combined for 12 of their 30 points. So
their head's simply on in the game. They're not with it. Yeah.
6:04 left first half. The Knicks have come storming back to cut the Celtics lead to 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are some scores for you in the NBA after one period.
More information how you can sail with the Celts, call 617-273-5568. Celtics just not with it so far. They have not been with the program in this one. They're leading by 2, 30-28, but they've turned the ball over 10 times. New York has just turned it over 4 times. Knicks have gotten 10 points off the Celtics turnovers. The Celtics just 2 off New York's. Walton picks up the air ball, gets it to Scott Wedman with 5:45 left here in the first half. Seasteen, Carlisle, Parrish, Wedman, and Walton for the Celtics.
See what happens when you're playing against a team that is inept offensively, as inept as New York is. This is what causes you to kind of play it loose and not make the full commitment, you know, because you figure you can make whatever mistakes you want. You're still going to win the game. Well, they made that mistake on Christmas Day, and of course we all know what happened there.
And just now they've had the 24-second clock go off on them. So New York gets the ball and yet another Celtics turnover, their 12th of the game. 30-28. Celtics still leading by 2. Walker for the Knicks. Gets it to Louis Orr. The basket does not go, but he'll be at the line. And K.C. Jones, sensing the lackadaisical mood out there, is sending in Ainge, Johnson, and Bird. See if he can kind of get things cranked up here for the guys in green.
That's about all, you know, you can do.
Keep sending in guys, fresh guys.
Keep changing bodies until you find a combination that's going to dig in there. But I'll tell you what, that kind of enthusiasm or lack of enthusiasm becomes contagious. It gets right down there to that 12th man, you know.
Louis Orr averaging 12 points a ball game and 4 rebounds. Is a good foul shooter, 77% guy. One more for Orr. Seasteen, Ainge, and Walton went out for Johnson, or the Seasteen, Carlisle, and Walton for Johnson, Ainge, and Bird. Does not get that one, so the Celtics remain on top, 30-29. They've been ahead since they went ahead 6-4. DJ, now Ainge, who has 8 points. Parrish has Ewing on him. Wedman is open. Does not hit the shot. Rebound, Ainge, no. Going to get a whistle. Loose ball foul on Danny Ainge. Celtics' 3rd team foul. So New York with a chance to take the lead for the first time since the opening couple of minutes of play. Walker on Ainge. Now Tucker. Dennis Johnson guarding him. This is Thornton, the big kid. Muscles up a left-handed air ball.
Wow.
Out of bounds off New York. It'll be Celtics ball coming down.
He did everything but get the shot off. He laid some pretty good fakes on LB, but then he just squeezed the ball out, didn't get it halfway. He wanted to do a Bird imitation with that left hand, but he's got to look at his number. It's not 33, it's 23.
Bird trying to back Orr in and post him up. Gets it to Parrish. Roberts turnaround rainbow. And it's 32-29. The Celtics by 3. Chief with 4 points in the ball game now. Tucker for the Knicks. Lays a couple of moves on. Takes a turnaround air ball. That's 2 in a row for the Knicks. Bird to Wedman. Scotty all the way. Parrish right there.
Good work. Oh, Scotty drew them away from Robert, and Robert knew what to do from there. released them to the basket immediately.
3:50 left in the first half. 34-29 Celtics.
Yubi's got to be upset with Tucker's play. He really, it's not so much that he's missed. Obviously, anyone who plays this game is going to miss. Ewing with a little baseline jumper, but the shot selection, you're absolutely right, has been just out to lunch.
Bird and now DJ for the Celtics, leading by 3 with 3.5 minutes left. Ewing anticipating and stealing the pass. Behind, whirling dervish 360 by Ewing. Good job by Patrick. They get it low to Orr on the baseline. We're going to get a foul on Wedman, the 4th team foul on the Celtics. Gerald Wilkins comes in for New York, replacing Trent Tucker. New York ball in the possession foul. Celtics now at the limit. You look at K.C. Jones. Wilkins to put it in play. There's Tucker, who just went out. Now Orr to Walker. Celtics leading 34-31, 3:10 left. First half. Low scoring game, which is what the Knicks want. Ewing scores, and he's fouled, and he'll be at the line.
Ewing not playing badly at all for a guy who's been out for, what, a couple of weeks now with that injury? I'll tell you what, Robert does a good defensive job here. He pushes him to the outside fall-away jumper, but doesn't faze the big guy. He not only gets the jumper, but the foul as well. New York, as we told you, the weakest free throw shooting team in the league. As a matter of fact, their best free throw shooter is only at about 76%.
Yeah, that's Louis Orr, 76.9.
Oh, yeah.
Baseline Parrish does not get it. Wedman, good job to Bird. Back out to Dennis Johnson. Now Wedman is left open. Does not hit. Parrish works for it. Robert again gets it.
Good job.
Hard work by Parrish.
Wow, went over Ewing. That's even harder work. Let me tell you, good job. Caught Ewing flat-footed and took advantage of it.
Celtics leading 36-33 with 2.5 minutes left in the first half. The game right now is being played, Coos, I would imagine, as Ewing fires and misses from New York's perspective, from what they want. And the ball is out of bounds off Bird as he attempted to throw a pass. But there was no one there.
Look at that. Yeah, that's so unusual. Just slipped out of his hand. You cannot catch your own pass. So once he touched it, it was another violation for the Celtics.
Timeout on the floor with 2:14 left to play in the first half. The Celtics are up, but by only 3. For the Celtics, after that turnover, it'll be Ainge, Johnson, Parrish, Wedman, and Bird. For the Knicks, Wilkins, Sparrow, Ewing, Thornton, and Louis Orr. And the Celtics, who's right now, are playing into the Knicks' hands with a 36-point first half and turning the ball over a dozen times.
And let me tell you, if the Knicks had shot for any percentage at all, you know, they'd have themselves an 8 or a 10-point lead.
Gerald Wilkins doubled up, gets it to Patrick Ewing. Robert lets him shoot from out there. Weak side rebound to Bird. He's got 11 rebounds here in the first half.
Oh, Bird seems to be concentrating on rebounding and passing lately, and of course whatever he puts his mind to, he's going to create some statistics in that category.
Or on Bird, now behind the back, Larry looking for someone low, intercepted by Wilkins. 1 on, now 2 on 3, and they get it.
Oh, there's a nice job, both by Wilkins anticipating the Bird pass. Again, Bird very casual and careless with his passing game tonight so far, and then bringing it down and creating the basket for Walker, I guess.
They double up on Bird. He gets it to Dennis Johnson. Knicks doing a good job. DJ with a nice pass to Bird low. He goes up for the shot, but he is fouled. And the foul will be called on whom?
Ewing, I believe. Ewing was in on the play.
Yes. Put Bird at the foul line. It'll be the first Celtics free throw attempt of the first half. Coming with 1:14 to play in the half. The Celtics at the line for the first time.
That's unusual in itself, but made more so because of the way New York has been trapping and hustling defensively.
They're just not giving the Celtics anything inside at all. They are really working hard on the Celtics down low. Boston back up by 3. Celtics have out-rebounded the Knicks 30-19 in this game so far. Thornton gets the rebound and puts it back in for New York. 38-37, Celtics by 1. 55 seconds left in the first half.
Good job. We talked about Thornton being over his head in the Wedman matchup with the speed and quickness outside, but I'll tell you, he's made himself felt underneath. Scott's got to pay more attention to boxing him out. Again, missed timing, just careless approach.
Celtics playing casually with 40 seconds left in the half, have turned the ball over 16 times. Could fall behind here. They do.
And they deserve to, let me tell you.
Right now, the score reflects the way the game has played. 39-38, New York by 1. 25 seconds left in the first half. Madison Square Garden is alive, and well, they should be, because the Knicks have out-hustled and out-scrapped the Celtics in the first half of this one. Darrell Walker has fouled Dennis Johnson. DJ will be at the line for a couple of free throws. You look at Hubie Brown. There's Walker. DJ, an 83.5% foul shooter, averaging just under 16 points a ball game and 5.5 assists as he stands up there.
See what Casey would prefer, in my opinion, to have happen. You know, is he'd rather not have them go off either a point up or even with the score tied.
You'd rather have them behind?
Oh, absolutely. You'd rather, in a game like this where your team has not performed up to expectation, hasn't given you the 100% effort for an entire half, you want to have something to lay some words on him for. And other than telling him your judgment, it's easier to back it up by saying, not only that, you dummies, but you're 8 down and you're 10 down. To play as badly as they have, or with the lack of enthusiasm and carelessness that they have, and still go in 1 up or tied, works against your argument. You know what I'm saying?
What I can't understand, Coos, is that the Celtics know darn well what has happened to them here already this season. Ahead by 25 points in the third quarter of a game, and they ended up losing it by 9.
Well, this is what I was saying on top. You know,
how can you forget that?
Too much time has gone by. See, if it happens 2 nights later, because they do it too often. It's not like in college where they do it sparingly. Yes, you remember the stigma of a bad loss stays with you, but these guys have played, what, 20 some odd games since then. It's already water under the bridge, you know.
Celtics have tied it at 39. 18 seconds left in the half as New York will work for the last shot. This is Gerald Wilkins, younger brother of Dominique Wilkins, and an excellent second-round draft choice by the Knicks from Tennessee, Chattanooga. There's Wilkins, did not take a good shot, but was fouled by Dennis Johnson, and Gerald Wilkins will shoot 2 free throws.
No question on the call. Wilkins going to the line. Wilkins says his favorite player in the NBA is a guy named Dominique Wilkins.
What a surprise.
I guess we wouldn't have expected him to choose Granville Waters, right? Wilkins with a air ball.
I took a shot from 15 feet out, but only threw the ball about 13 feet. Johnson over midcourt. Does not go, and so the Celtics are down by 1. They get what they deserve at the end of the first half. New York has worked hard, and they've got the lead, 40-39. Let's take a break. When we get back, Jack Hines will be with us with a halftime news update. Stay with us. New York leading it 40-39 for the Celtics. Ainge, Johnson, Parrish, Bird, and Wedman. For the Knicks, Wilkins, Sparrow, Ewing, Thornton, and Louis Orr. This is Sparrow, now Orr. They get it to Thornton, down to 5 on the shot clock. Ewing is being guarded by Bird on the mismatch, misses the shot. Bird has his 12th rebound of the game.
Let's see what it means, but good deny defensive pressure on that first Knickerbocker offensive control. Let's see if they can keep it up for a while.
Dennis Johnson, and a whistle and an illegal defense is called against the Knicks. Illegal defense warning called against the Knicks. It's the first one of the game, so it's only a warning.
A second will result in a technical foul.
All right, Bird on the inbounds to Dennis Johnson. Celtics still down by 1 as we played only 30 seconds here of the third quarter. Ainge, who had 8 in the first half, now Wedman and Bird. Larry is doubled up. So he gets it cross court to Ainge. Goes by Ewing. Alone is Wedman, and no good. Rebound Ewing. Rory Sparrow.
That's his spot. Celtics swung it around and got the shot they were looking for.
Sparrow from outside, 20-footer. Rebound Dennis Johnson. Thornton steals it away. It's out of bounds off the Celtics. It'll be New York ball.
Well, again, not a good call, but the kid out-hustled us, you know. He made a good effort. DJ had it. And all he had to do was get there a little quicker and really snap it away from him. He didn't do that.
Sparrow for New York. Looking for Ewing, gets him low, lays it in. Knicks lead by 3.
The front on Ewing, and again a weak side pressure, just a little late getting there, and you can't give Patrick that kind of an opening when he gets it inside.
Parrish put the ball up for Ewing to see, knocked it away, gets it ahead to Wilkins. Knicks lead by 5. New York scored the first 2 baskets of the third quarter, and they lead 44-39. Celtics' 18th turnover of the game. Wedman trying to come off the pick, gets it to Parrish, who lays it in. Pick and roll. Celtics finally score. They went 2 minutes before they hit their first 2 for the second half.
Other than that burst of defensive enthusiasm on the first time down the floor against the New York offense, I haven't really seen an indication that they're with the program any more so than they were in the first half.
Bird trying to drive on Orr, gets it to Wedman low. Scotty can't do anything with it. Back outside Dennis Johnson. Parrish the offensive rebound. Baseline 2 for Parrish. He's the only guy to score in the second half for the Celtics, and they've cut it back to a 1-point deficit. New York walking up, being very patient on offense. As well they should be, because they just don't shoot that well. They could take 44 seconds, they probably would. Sparrow, and it's slapped away by Ainge, gets it low to Orr. They double on Orr. Rebound Thornton, loose ball foul is going to be called on Bob Thornton. Big hard-working kid, 6'10", 225-pounder. He was a 4th-round pick from Cal Irvine. The Knicks did well in this past draft, not only on the first round with Ewing, but with Wilkins on the 2nd, Thornton, and another 4th-round kid, Cofield, who both made it. Bird gets Ewing up. Ainge has been hot tonight, stays hot. Celtics lead 45-44. Danny's had a good shooting night. First time in a while he's had a good shooting night. Sparrow now Wilkins and Louis Orr for New York. They double on Ewing. Patrick banks it in anyway.
They're sending the trap down on Patrick, but not quickly enough and not with enough intensity. He's that tall where he simply is looking over. And the Celtics continue their careless passing. That's all there is to say. You know, they're just not alert. They're just not with it.
19 turnovers in the game now for the Celtics. Gerald Wilkins. Pretty good move.
Oh.
Pretty good move by the rookie from Tennessee, Chattanooga. New York by 3. Bird, now Ainge. Nice. The DJ can't do anything with it low. Takes it back and lays it. No. Parrish the rebound. Misses the layup.
You make your own breaks. DJ got it in there. He was just, again, a little casual. In the big game, he'd have gone up and stuffed that. Same with Robert. Robert shot the short layup instead of stuffing it. And once again, it works against them.
Celtics back down by 5, 50-45, 7.5 minutes left, third quarter. New York leading by 5, and they deserve to be up. Wedman outside, no. Rebound Thornton.
And that's not the way to get back into it, as we said in Tucker's case in the first half. You don't create momentum with 19, 20 footers.
Thornton, by the way, has just picked off his 10th rebound of the game. Celtics asked for a timeout. 7:15 left to play third quarter. New York has stretched its lead to 5 points, 50-45 New York. 7 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in the third quarter, and the Knicks have outplayed the Celtics here in this third quarter. New York led 40-39 at the half. They've outscored the Celtics 10-6 so far in the third quarter and have increased their lead to 5 points. It remains Ainge, Johnson, Parrish, Bird, and Wedman for the Celtics. McHale played briefly in the first half. Wedman. Now Danny Ainge. New York playing tough defense. Robert Parrish. And a whistle. Hold everything. The ball was blocked, but a 24-second violation. against the Celtics.
I'll tell you, I hope Casey's got film on this one because it'll give him ammunition for the rest of the season.
Celtics' low point of the year in points scored was 88. Right now they're threatening to break that. Ewing, couple of up fakes, misses it. Parrish gets the rebound. Unless they get hot in a hurry, they could come in at 88 or under.
Well, they got a little lucky in Hartford on Sunday, played a quarter of basketball and came out with the W. And, you know, once you do it once, it's tough not to assume that you can do it a second time.
Parrish is fouled going to the basket by Patrick Ewing. And Robert will be at the line to take a couple of free throws. Bill Walton comes in for the Celtics.
Not a bad substitution. Walton with his great enthusiasm might have an impact here. By the way,
McHale has untied his left shoe.
Now that's not, well, both shoes, as a matter of fact. That's not good. That might be to relieve the pressure. While we have a moment, Todd Rosenzweig, the gentleman who runs the Selleck office, at least that's what he tells me. Jan's down here, Todd, so you don't have to worry. He won't hear this unless his wife tells him. He wants to send his wishes, best wishes, to probably our biggest fan in Rye, New Hampshire, Teresa Dawley. Hello from all the Celtics and quick recovery. Teresa's not feeling too well.
Parrish's 2 free throws cut the New York lead to 3. Sparrow, now Ewing. Patrick's jump hook from long range. Walton, his 7th rebound of the game. DJ up, and the Celtics start to put a little offensive pressure on as they got up court quickly, but New York got back. DJ. Low, Bird, yes, magnificent pass. Dennis Johnson, and a great athletic move by Bird.
Super, little quick cut from the weak side through the middle. DJ draws the defense up, gets it over his head, catches Bird with a nice bullet pass. There you see Walton in the picture too. That substitution of Walton may be what the Celtics need. Bird had a light of fire under him.
Puts the capper on it for his 3-point play. We're tied at 50. Larry already close to a triple-double tonight. Ball knocked away from Bannister by Bird. 12 on the shot clock. At this point, Bird has 7 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 assists, so he may well have another triple-double tonight. He's had 4 out of his last 7 games. Sparrow to inbounds to Louis Orr for New York. We're tied at 50. Bird got a hand on it. Orr again down to 5 on the shot clock. Orr 2 on the shot clock. Bannister's shot on the way. No, Jack Madden rules that the 24-second clock went off before New York got the shot away. That is only the 5th turnover of the game for New York. The Celtics have committed 20 in this game. They're tied at 50. Bird has Louis Orr on him. Larry now to DJ with 8 on the shot clock. 5 on the shot clock. Bird whirls. Tipped in by Bill Walton.
And the Celtics take the lead.
New York wants a timeout. A 20-second timeout is taken by the Knicks as the Celtics have scored 7 unanswered points.
I think Hubie can sense the switch in momentum and the fact that perhaps the Celtic intensity level has just risen just enough for them to make up the deficit, and as you say, run off to 7. Here it is, Bird. Louis working hard to keep Bird from getting the position. Bird looking in the middle. See, that edges Louis over into the middle. Well, he reestablishes the position. Still got him over playing into the middle, trying to keep him out. Now he swings in. That was the play that he got the charge call on in the first half. Thornton, the weak side man, came over quickly and blocked him on that side. That time the Knick defense was not prepared for him, and of course he got his hoop. Still a tough shot to make, by the way.
They credit the basket to Bird and not to Bill Walton on the tip-in. So Larry now has 9 points in the game. Celtics a 7-0 run in the last 2 minutes. Ewing, ball slapped around. Ewing catching it out of midair, putting the shot up, and Walton hustles for the loose ball. You're right, Coos. Walton's presence seems to have turned the intensity level up a notch. 3-pointer for Bird. And that's 10 unanswered points by the Celtics, and they have suddenly come to life. 10 in a row. Timeout on the floor. New York. It is Boston now with the lead, 55-50. 5-7-0 benefits Mass Special Olympics. Celtics a 10-0 run in the last 2.5 minutes. Bird has scored 8 of them. And the Celtics have a 5-point lead, 55-50. Or outside, no. Rebound DJ. Celtics now starting to turn on the pressure here a bit in this third quarter as they had fallen behind 50-45. Since then, it's been all Celtics in general, and Bird in particular. Starts to go on Orr. Now Ainge. Danny off balance, doesn't get it, and a whistle and loose ball foul on Bill Walton.
They had pretty good rotation going. Knicks were in their trapping mode and zoning in back. The Celtics were looking for that free man. Someplace when it got to the top to Danny Ainge, it broke down, and maybe the Knicks got back in position. Knicks continue to be completely helpless offensively.
Ainge with a rebound. Dennis Johnson pushes it up for the Celtics, leading by 5. Just under 4 minutes left third quarter. We're going to get a foul called on New York's Rory Sparrow. That will be the Knicks' 4th team foul of this third quarter. So one more and they'll be over the limit. Seastein's coming in for Ainge.
It's got to be very frustrating for UB Brown. Well, the whole season is obviously there's nothing new about injuries, but he's such a structured, disciplined type of coach. You know, to have them implement what they're trying to do offensively, but simply not.
Whoa! How about that? Walton with the flip a pass to Bird. It got deflected in the air and went through the net. Woo. Hoop for Bill Walton. Celtics have scored 12 in a row. Now we're going to have to look at that one again, hopefully. Wilkins for New York. Now Walker. Patrick Ewing from 17 gets it. That breaks the Celtics' 12-0 run.
I think we have a highlight film shot of the week.
Of the century, perhaps.
If we can see it again.
Parrish runs into Thornton, but he traveled before he knocked Thornton over, and Thornton is injured. The New York trainer goes out there quickly. Really took a hard spill.
He took a pretty good shot there. Mike Saunders is the trainer.
And he's out checking on Thornton. Trying to get Ken Bannister back into the ball game. Here's Thornton going down. And now New York wants a timeout. Timeout on the floor called by the New York Knicks with 3:11 left to play here in this third quarter. The Celtics have gone on a 12-2 tear here to go from a 5-point deficit to a 5-point lead at 57-52. James Bailey is into the ball game with Patrick Ewing, Gerald Wilkins, Louis Orr, and Rory Sparrow. And for the Celtics, Greg Kite has moved in along with Walton and Bird in the front court. Ewing on the turnaround, rebound slapped around. Bailey does not get it. Walton does. Back into the hands of Bailey, and he lays it in finally. Bailey was clearing bodies out of there left and right.
Yeah.
Clearing them out with both hands.
Give the Knicks credit.
Yep.
Again, not pretty. It takes them 3 shots to make a layup, but boy, they hang tough in there, and that's what offensive rebounding is all about.
Bird gets it to Kite, slams it home. Great job by Bird. Marvelous pass, just the slap pass by Larry Bird to Greg Kite.
He knew he drew the 2 defenders on his cut off of Kite, and again, once he had Kite's man on him, that released Greg to the basket. Little touch pass. Old Kite knew where to go. Greg continues to play well in the minutes he gets.
He's playing Patrick Ewing right now. Greg tips the rebound to Dennis Johnson. Yeah, Greg has played very well for the Celtics and had a nice piece on him today by Bob Ryan in the Globe. Well deserved and well written. Bird through the middle, gets popped right in the nose. Foul will be called on Patrick Ewing. That puts the Knicks over the limit. Bird will be at the line. Bird will be at the foul line. He went to the sideline. He thought it was going to be a possession foul, but it's a shooting foul for Larry. As he stands up there, Bird now is in double figures in both points and assists and rebounds, and he's just 1 short of double figures in assists. There's Casey Jones. Bird's free throw makes it a 60-54 ball game. Orr goes out and Grunfeld is in for the Knicks. There's Ernie Grunfeld. Now Larry with 13 points, 14 rebounds. Now 14 points, 14 rebounds, and 9 assists in the game for Larry. 1 more and he'll have his 5th triple-double in the last 8 games. Walker for the Knicks with Seastein on him. Walker trying to get it to Ewing, but Kite is really working on him down low. Walker with 5 on the shot clock hits it.
Kite doing a good job finding Ewing. You're right. The Celtics.
56.
The Celtics with 3 fouls to waste. Greg can afford to be as physical as he needs to be in terms of denying the position of Ewing.
Greg comes out to set a pick for Seestein. Ewing picks him up on the mismatch. Now Johnson, 5 on the shot clock. No. Rebound. James Bailey ripped it out of the hands of his teammate Darrell Walker. Walker gets it back. Down to 1:05 to play. Here in the third quarter, Celtics lead by 5 as they've started to come to life in this third quarter after playing a low-key, sleeping first half. Bird with a steal. Marvelous play. Keep the ball in play. Bird.
Grunfeld will shoot it from outside, but he's reluctant to. Bird played that weakness by falling off and then anticipating the pass.
Bird trying to go on Grunfeld and scoops it in.
Bird putting on a show here in the third quarter.
So many things so very well. 8-point Boston lead.
For Bird in the third quarter. He had 2 in both the first and second quarters, so he's turning on the heat a little bit here.
Grunfeld gets it to Walker, knocked out of bounds by Seestein. 22 seconds left in the quarter.
Gil, Grunfeld's passing is ineffective because he doesn't have the defender guarding him, and he continues to force the pass. The only way to make the pass effective is by putting the ball up and making yourself a threat offensively. There it is.
Comes into Grunfeld, misses the shot. Rebound James Bailey. Bailey on the miss, and Greg Kite comes down with it. To Dennis Johnson with 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Celtics leading by 9. Their biggest lead of the game in the second quarter was 10. Bird pops it and hits at the end of the third quarter. Count the hoop. Larry Bird hit 14 points in the third quarter. They've corrected the scoreboard, so now officially after 3 it is Boston 65 and New York 56.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the world's top women's tennis stars.
Through 3 quarters, the Celtics have now shot the ball at 55% for the game. New York at 36. Celtics with a 40-28 rebounding edge. In the third quarter, Boston outscored the Knicks 26-16. Walton has the ball slapped back at him, and the ball is loose on the floor, rolling around, slapped in play by James Bailey. Good hustle play by Bailey.
New York
Massachusetts native.
Continues to get the job done defensively, but they cannot complement it with the offensive output, and that's why the Celtics have their lead. Although midway through that last quarter, we said Casey was going to have to start shuffling bodies. I think he finally found the right combination of the right individual in terms of Walton. I think he instilled a lot of life and enthusiasm in a team. I think it got Bird's attention, pulled his chain, got him involved, and of course Bird took over from there, and they had an exceptional quarter.
16th rebound of the game for Larry Bird. By the way, the 56 points scored by the Knicks, they could end up being the Celtics' best defensive effort of the year unless they... There's a nice pass to Kite, and he is fouled going to the basket as Bird just laid a nifty pass to Greg Kite cutting to the hoop. He thundered into James Bailey, but Bailey committed the foul.
The pick and roll. See, when Kite sets the pick up for Bird, both defenders, and Bird knows this, are going to go after him. He's the threat. Kite is not. So he suckered him into that little move that time. We saw him drop down to Kite a moment ago for the dunk. That time he set that up for Greg, who released to the basket, got fouled in the process, and then missed both free throws. But Bird knows he's going to draw both defenders, and that's going to open up the cutting lane for Kite.
The lowest amount of points scored on the Celtics this season is 73. And the way New York is shooting, they could come in under that. The Washington Bullets scored only 73 against the Celtics very early in the season.
They just don't have a competent inside threat, and that also is what affects their shooting average.
Bird just kisses it off the glass for 2 more. Larry really cooking now. 20 points to go with his 16 rebounds and 9 assists with 10.5 minutes to go in the game. The Celtics have their biggest lead, 11 points. This is Darrell Walker looking for Bailey, who's got Walton on him. Bailey backs his way in, is fouled, going to the basket. And let's see who the foul will be on. There were a bunch of Celtics there. Going to go on Greg Kite. Kite comes out, and Kevin McHale comes in. Here's the last hoop by Larry Bird. Watch this one.
Again, Louis still trying to protect the middle. He's trying to push Bird to the outside. Bird normally takes what the defense gives him. He does in this case, and it doesn't really matter. Whatever. You know, you're probably better off just squaring away on Bird, I suppose, and trying to match up that way, because if you give him outside or inside, he's going to exploit it. So, as most teams in the league have found out, there really is not a way to stop this guy.
Bailey gets both of his free throws, averaging 9 a game, 9 points a game with 6.5 rebounds. The Knicks trap the ball. It goes to Walton in the middle, up to Seestein. Got Bird on the wing. Fake shot, no. Rebound, McHale. Loose ball foul on Kevin McHale as he was about to throw in his first 2 points since February the 4th, but he was called on the loose ball foul.
Nice to see Kevin get back in there.
Yes.
I think we pointed out he had untied both shoes. It looked like he was trying to relieve pressure and that he might have been in some discomfort. Obviously not the case.
Walker gets it low to Bailey, muscles it up, misses the shot, and he'll be at the line.
Walton upset with the call. Bailey simply does not know how to create a shot for himself inside, so he throws his body around into the defensive man, creates the contact. I'm sure that's what Walton is saying. But again, that's not always the criteria that's used for calling the foul, who creates the contact.
Ewing is back into the ball game for the Knicks. Bailey gets the first of his 2 free throws. New York now has Tucker, Bailey, Ewing, Orr, and Louis Orr out there. I say Orr? Yes, I did. Tucker, Walker, Ewing, Bailey, and Orr. James Bailey now has hit his last 4 free throws.
That must put him to the head of the line here.
Yeah,
in terms of Knickerbocker effectiveness.
Tough defense being played on Seestein by Walker, but Jerry gets by him into the front court. Now Larry Bird looking low for McHale, gets him with Ewing on him. Ewing strips the ball out of McHale's hands.
McHale's absent, as we pointed out early in the game.
Showing the rustiness.
Obviously showing in his performance. He's just, timing is just not there.
Going to get no basket this time. Offensive foul on Bailey.
The guy does the same thing. You could call a walk or a charge on him every single time he gets the ball inside. You know, they sent him to the line the last 2 times. I think even the officials are getting compassionate, you know, than realizing how ineffective Knickerbockers are, at least trying to get him to the line for a few points every now and then.
Now Parrish is back in replacing McHale for the Celtics. I think right now it's just a matter of getting Kevin, you know, maybe 10 minutes tonight and 12 minutes tomorrow, and gradually get him back into the swing of things. Seestein now Bird on the cut, 18-footer, puff. Like a snowflake.
Yep, using that pick so well, getting the man a half a step behind him. He gets it off so quickly that that's all the time he needs.
Celtics back up by 9 with 9 minutes to play in the game. They were down by 1 at the half and down by 5 early in the 3rd quarter before going to work. Ewing double pumping, but good defensive work by Walton forced him to take a bad shot.
And good boxing out, by the way, by the 3 Celtics. Theoretically, that's what coaches say. If you're boxing out properly, that ball should come off the board and hit the floor. That's the first time I've seen it happen, I think, in the pro game.
Parrish with a strong follow of the missed Bird shot. Robert gives the Celtics an 11-point lead with 8.5 to go in the game, and the Knicks want another timeout. And let's see, is this a 20 or is this a full minute? We have 8:33 left to play in the game, and we're going to take a timeout here with the Celtics leading at 71-60. We'll be back in a moment. Back at Madison Square Garden, Celtics leading it by 11, 71-60. Our next telecast a week from tonight at Chicago, the Celtics and Bulls at 8:30 here in 56. Celtics with an 11-point lead. Ewing in the middle, no. Rebound out of bounds off the hands of Darrell Walker. It'll be Boston ball. 18,329 here at Madison Square Garden tonight watching this one.
Patrick, by the way, also showing signs of rustiness and the fact that he's been out
a week and a half or so. Yeah,
he is not creating the offense for himself that he's shown us in the past.
Bird has Louis Orr on him, finds Walton with a great up fake and 2. Triple-double for Bird. Big smile on his face as he came back down floor. Bird's 10th assist of the game. He is now in double figures in points, rebounds, and assists again. 5th time in the last 8 games he's done that.
All Walton knowing that he's got a leaper on him, just gave him the big head and shoulder fake. Patrick working hard.
And Walton playing great defense on him, though. Oh, there's a foul committed by Walton on James Bailey, and they both kind of tumble to the floor. Sort of in slow motion.
Walton out of position, knew he had a foul on to prevent the layup. Made sure that he didn't, watch, here it is. Made sure that he didn't get the shot up, as you can see, and then tried to make certain he wouldn't hurt him.
Celtics right now with their biggest lead of the game, 13 points, 73-60.
And in complete control, by the way. You know, we said that it was not to fall behind the Knicks because difficult to make up because of their ball control, but that works in reverse.
Yeah.
With their lack of shooting ability, it's difficult. Now, granted, they did it against the Celtics for Moya 26 on Christmas Day, but that was, you know, a little unusual, obviously.
Celtics leading by 12, 73-61. The Knicks have not hit a field goal yet in this quarter. Walton gets it to Seasteen deep in that corner. Now Parrish. Robert is doubled up, fires the rainbow, and it clicks. 75-61. Biggest lead now 14 for the Celtics.
Celtics in complete control now. Combination of Walton and Bird taking charge about midway through the third quarter.
Oh, you hit the
Pretty
nail
much
on the
throwing
head.
it up.
You hit the nail on the head, mon ami, when you said you thought that was a good substitution in terms. That's the first Knick field goal in 6.5 minutes, by the way. And you said you thought it was a good substitution in terms of giving the Celtics an emotional lift because of the way Walton plays the game.
Well, you know, he comes charging off that bench,
Yes, he
boy,
does.
every time. I mean, you know it's going to have an impact.
Traveling on Parrish on that pick and roll, which
Robert just not ready for it. He should. They've run that often enough.
In this one-ton shape, fuel injected with a double wall bed. It comes fan-shaped with more cargo room than other small vans. And it comes extra cab long bed shaped with more bedroom and an optional automatic column shift for real 3-across seating. Whatever the shape, Toyota trucks work hard. Rugged Toyota trucks, the solid choice. Who could ask for anything more? Toyota.
Well, Jim, we're going to see Larry Bird work his magic backing Ernie Grunfeld down low. And he says, well, I think I know what I want to do. I'll just flip it up here before the defense reacts. That's 2 points. He knew right away that he was going to score. Now, this shot right here ends a quarter as he jumps off the wrong foot, falls away, scores. Larry Bird has only taken, what, 8 shots?
8 shots the whole game. He's made 6. He's had 14 rebounds. I don't know how many assists he has. We'll try and find that out.
He had 7 going into the third quarter, so he's working on his triple-double.
He only took 5 shots that period. He had all of them, including a 3-pointer, and all of a sudden he's got 18 points. And the Knicks all of a sudden are down by 9. Bailey blocked the pass. Walker knocks it away. Great play by Darryl, saved in bounds to Orr. Nice play, Darryl Walker. The Knicks were leading 50-45. The Celtics came out and scored 20 of the next 26 points.
I like Danny Ainge, you know, because he never commits a foul. He reminds me a lot of somebody else I know.
Lenny Wilkins?
I used to be the same way. I always thought I got the wrong end of the deal.
Tucker. Trent Tucker just can't get the jump shot. And the Knicks are down by 9 as Walker was trying to steal from Ainge.
You notice when Tucker comes off the pick, he's floating on the jump shot. When he's standing still shooting the jumper, he goes straight up as Larry Bird got poked in the eye again.
Bailey blocked the Kite shot, but Bailey hit the deck and fouled. Now Kite, as the old-fashioned Celtic high-top, black high-top shoes.
And he has played more lately than he has in the past. K.C. Jones may be getting him ready for the playoffs. He did a tremendous job against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when the Celtics were on their West Coast trip, going in and being physical as he missed 2 free throws. Badly.
And the Knicks trail by 9. Bailey. Now Walton over to Seasting. Well, the Knicks have really been cold the last 6 or 7 minutes. Are you serious? Bird just swamps right around Lewis Orr. 20 for Bird. 7 for 9 from the field, and the Knicks are down by 11.
Well, I want the young basketball players to watch Larry Bird. That time he beat Lewis Orr mainly because he got down before he made his dribble, so therefore he beat with quickness as a good Celtic defense almost came up with the turnover, but Bailey was fouled by Bill Walton as he went up for the shot. Jim, the key to this game is staying low and making that quick step. And that's what Larry Bird does. Now, see, he's down, so therefore he can make his offensive move. He had that half a step on Lewis Orr, and if you can put it up on high on the glass like that, Jim, you can make $2 million.
I'm ready.
You'll try anything at this stage in your life, won't you?
That's right. And Bailey with a foul shot.
This is the second free throw for James Bailey.
Why do the Celtics wear black shoes, Butch? They're not green. They're black shoes. Why do they do that?
Well, because of the fact that Red Auerbach said that he wanted to go back to the old style of having the, you know, the old black high top.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why.
Bird, and he finally missed a shot in the half. And a loose ball foul on the Celtics.
Well, he put a little mustard on that. He faked the pass instead of just going up, taking a jump shot. Larry Bird, I'm talking about, missed it badly, and Kevin McHale picked up the personal foul, pushing from behind.
Mike Darrell Walker with the ball. Inside to Bailey. And he did the foul. And Bailey's taking it right inside to Walton. And Bird didn't like the call. Neither did Walton as he slams the ball down.
Larry Bird, second personal foul.
And Bird got the call. He got the foul, but Walton's the guy complaining.
Number 33 is back in the game for New York. James Bailey shooting 2.
Hey, we had a good shot at KC, and he always looks so cool, Butch. But you wonder, is he really that cool? I mean, what's going on inside?
He's turning inside. You know he is. He knows that his ball club is tired. They haven't been home in almost a month. And he's hoping that they can go away with a victory tonight and go home because they have a game against the San Antonio Spurs back in Boston. And you know the Spurs are right there watching this game.
Right,
and they're rested.
Celtics lead is now 7, 67-60 with 9:49 to play in the game. Ewing with a steal. And here come the Knicks. Tucker and Walker with Ewing, Bailey, and Orr. And the Knicks trying to come back again against the Celtics. All that arguing you saw before, Walton and Bird yelling about Bailey, it paid off.
Well, what they did, they took James Bailey's best move away. He started to his left, but he had to come back right. He wasn't under control. He had to push off in order to get the good position, picked up the personal foul.
And Robert Parrish back in the game for McHale. And McHale just isn't healthy enough, and Casey Jones not taking any chances with McHale. So they got Walton and Parrish and Bird up front. All of a sudden, Bird's 22 for Larry Bird. Celtics lead 69-60. Looking for Ewing. And Walton did a good job of changing.
But did you notice how sound defensively they were? That time they had blocked out, the Celtics did, and Seasting picked up the rebound and hit the floor. That's the way you do it. Look at it.
Parrish muscling on the board. And it's the Celtics by 11. 71-60 with 8:33 to play in the game. There's an upset QB Brown as his club is down by 11, and the Celtics are rolling at Madison Square Garden. We'll be back.
Jim, we're going to see the good defense of Patrick Ewing. Larry Bird looking down inside to Kevin McHale, who's battling Patrick. And as McHale goes up for the shot, the good hands by Ewing.
All right, the Knicks are 11 down with 8:29 to play. Off Darrell Walker.
And it looks like Robert Parrish may have turned his ankle ever so slightly. He says, look, Ed. He says, I'm trying to walk off the injury. I don't want to take the ball out of bounds.
Ceasing with a basketball. Bird posting with Orr. Fakes the pass to Ames. Got it to Walton. Great head and shoulder fake. He's having a lot of fun.
Yes, and you noticed that he came from the weak side because the defense normally will lose concentration, and Walton took advantage of it, was able to hit the little jump hook.
Ewing. Bailey. And Walton with a takedown. That's 2 points, Bill.
One of the very few times that you will see Bill Walton get off the floor. His good offensive work by James Bailey, the little head fake. Now, if Walton could have come straight up and straight down, Bailey might have ended up walking, but instead we have the takedown right here. And Bill says, oh, man, why did you fake me like that? I'm really upset.
Shows Bailey as he misses the foul shot. The Knicks are 13 down. Gerald Wilkins back in the game. This has been a long drought for the Knicks. Again, we keep alluding to that 50-45 Knick lead when Casey called the timeout. And since then, the Knicks have only scored 11 points, and the Celtics have scored 28. This game has turned completely around. 73-61. Billy Robinson's going to check the time on that. But Knick points have been tough. And far between. Few and far between. There's Parrish. And Parrish has had 18 points. Scored 10 in the second half. Now that's 75-61. Celtics blowing them out now by 14, 7 to play.
And it's a mark of a good ball club that time running their offense because of the fact that they made sure everybody was in position as Louis Orr finally hits an outside jump shot. And that's the first field goal that they've scored here in the fourth quarter.
75-63 the Celtics. Ames against Wilkins. Walton wants the ball. Bird got it to Parrish, who walked. Ewing was in good position.
He had the shot Larry Bird did. Instead, he's looking for his probably his 10th assist so he can have his triple-double.
You think he thinks about that?
No, but I'm pretty sure in his mind, I'm pretty sure he knows that he's close to a triple-double.
Inside, quick jump shot by Gerald Wilkins. Bird, another rebound. 16 rebounds for Bird. 16 rebounds, 22 points. 75-63, Celtics by 12. Orr didn't go for the fake. Look at the pass. Good block by Ewing. Gerald Wilkins. Knicks are 10 down, 75-65. Good block by Ewing to set up the basket.
All started on the defense.
Nice pass. Walton to Ceasing.
Man, you know, it's great to play with people who like to pass the basketball, and that's what the Celtics do best. They do it better than anybody that I know. That time, Gerald Wilkins ended up losing the ball on the good defense by Danny Ainge. And, Jim, when you have people who pass the basketball, you move without it, and it's beautiful to watch.
You know what, and the people in this building can relate to it as well as anyone other than the people in the Boston Garden because they remember the great Knick teams. That was their trademark. Bailey blocked Parrish shot that time.
Yes, that's a good defensive play as Robert Parrish went up for the stuff, could not handle the pass cleanly from Larry Bird. Bailey made the good defensive play.
And a loose ball. Roberts had a tough couple of minutes here. 3 on the Chief. The Celtics are over the limit.
It'll be 2 shots at the line.
Well, I'd say Ewing's had a very successful return, and I for one, am surprised he's done so well, having not been out there for 3 weeks or so.
A lot of things you have to take into consideration. One is that this guy likes to play basketball. 2 is this is being telecast back to Boston. No, he has a lot of friends there.
I think he'll be there next week, too. Knicks will be in the Boston Garden a week from Friday. Patrick missing the foul shots. And it's still a 12-point Celtic lead. Herring scored 14. Hasn't scored in the fourth period. Walton the Bird. Parrish has gone through some kind of slump here.
And Larry Bird is mad at Parrish. I'm telling you, he knows he needs an assist for his 10th assist so he can have a triple-double. I'm telling you.
Knicks have scored 15 points in the last 15 minutes. And it's hard to win a lot of games doing that. Their defense has been very good all game long, but 15 points in 15 minutes is tough. It's tough to win. 77-65, the Celtics by 12 in one of the low-scoring games of the year here. And a travel. Dennis Johnson Walker.
You know,
26 turnovers for the Celtics. The Knicks have 6.
And if the Knicks could have hit their shots, they would definitely be in this game. They just haven't been able to hit a shot.
That's right. They've not shot well all night.
They've had opportunities.
And Ewing just couldn't get over there. That was good defense. They just tied him up.
Half-court execution. Is that what you call this?
4:10 to play. Look at the thing. You better do something with it now. Larry Bird said, all right.
Now Larry Bird's happy. And Jim, let's go to a commercial.
All right, Butch, I think we will.
Larry Bird getting the ball down inside to Parrish, and Parrish couldn't handle it. He's also pretty bad at putting his feet up. Could not kick the ball. Here, Larry Bird working again with Robert Parrish coming off the pick, getting it over to the Chief. Larry, I got news for you. That's your 11th assist, officially.
Does he get an assist, sir? Because Parrish put the ball on the floor.
No. He gets an assist. That's his 11th assist. Now, Larry, you can shoot the ball.
But he had his 10 assists.
Yeah, and he's smiling. Somebody told him, hey, man, you got your triple-double. Put up some shots.
Yeah, but he had it before that, Butch. That was your whole theory. That was his 11th assist. You thought he had 9.
That's right. In his mind, he was playing the game.
18,329 in attendance. Ewing. That, my friend, is a tough shot. Ewing falling away. It's the second fall-away shot he's made here tonight. The Knicks are down by 12. 3:43 to play. Knicks have only scored 27 in the second half here. Celtics with it. Parrish. Came right to Robert.
With help from Bill Walton, who was hustling on the offensive boards.
Block. Bird had it rejected. Now to Gerald Wilkins. Nice pass to Sparrow. And the Knicks misfire. 79-67 Celtics. There they go again. The Bobsey twins. They just play little games out there.
Well, it's great basketball because it's fundamental basketball. Again, Larry Bird going without the ball. He comes off of the Walton pick. Okay, now he's going to take Lewis Orr back. Defense is going to try to help out. And you see, just as soon as James Bailey went over to help out, Walton goes to the hoop. That's what you're supposed to do. Was rewarded with the ball. Scored.
12 assists for Bird, 13 points for Walton. 2:39 to play. Orr free. Now Lewis has a jump shot going. It's a 2 in a row. And the Knicks trail by 13 with 2.5 minutes. Seasteen with 9 seconds. Bird to Seasteen. Knicks 40-19 in the last 18 minutes.
2 minutes.
Bird another rebound. 18 rebounds.
Maybe he wants 20 rebounds, 20 assists.
But he's got 20 points already. He's got 22. Knicks trail 85-69. There's a miss. Bailey. James Bailey. And it's 85-71, the Celtics with a minute 27. By the way, stay tuned after the ball game. Bruce Beck will be around with scores, and Butch and I will be around with highlights and other things. A minute 16, 8 on the shot clock. Walton, a tip-in, 15 for Walton. 87-71 with a minute 9 to play in the ball game. It's been a tough second half for the Knicks. Walton another rebound. And it to Dennis Johnson. It's been a quick ball game. And Seaston banks it home. It's 89-71. 39 seconds. What do you say, Butch? Walton's got 13 rebounds put away. And the basket good by Lewis Orr, and the foul on Parrish.
Well, Bill Walton just turned to Robert Parrish and he said, that's my fault. He said, I should have blocked the shot. Bill Walton leaves. Kite comes in for him. And Kevin McHale said, hey, why am I in the game? It's 31 seconds left in the game.
Good return for Patrick Ewing.
Yes, it was.
Not good for the team. It's not good as far as the team is concerned. The score 89-73, but it's nice to see Ewing back. He didn't re-injure the knee, and he played, considering everything, pretty well. Or his three-point play. Lewis now with 10 points. Most of those are coming in the fourth period. 7 of them. Bird, a layup. 91-74. And 18 seconds to play in the ball game. McHale the block. They're not even giving the Knicks a shot here. 17 up with 9 seconds to go. McHale blocked the shot. Wilkins to throw it in. Sparrow from long range. And Kite with a rebound. And this one is history. And the Knicks are held to 34 points in the second half. And the Celtics cruise 91-74. Bruce Beck's going to be around with scores from around the league. Butch and I will be around. We'll have a post-game wrap-up. Butch and I will have highlights of this ball game. A big crowd at the Garden tonight, 18-3-29. But they saw the Celtics explode in the second half and win the game by 17.